Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Aramis Vet. Um, it's been almost 2 weeks since I've posted, and I've had a lot of people asking me when am I going to post again, and I missed the Mother's Day post and stuff, and I almost scrapped this whole idea and thought it was a waste of time, and that I don't know what I was thinking in even doing this. And just been having one of those, you are always your biggest critic moments the last couple of weeks. I've had a lot of stuff going on, and my wife and a couple other people reminded me that um, while I'm doing it, I just kept looking back at my last video about the spinning plates and just realized I was trying to wing it and trying to just do it completely off memory and not doing a script and just being this phenomenal person on video. And I kept looking off screen because I was trying to remember what I was doing, and it just was completely horrible, and I just was like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Um and I just April was the anniversary of the car tire blowing up in my face, and where I received my traumatic brain injury, and it's been a struggle the last year. And I've had a lot of night terrors and things, and I've gotten to the point I'm afraid to fall asleep. I don't want to sleep, but at the same time, I want to sleep. I am so tired. But it got to the point that I basically was up until I couldn't be up anymore and forced myself to, and basically my body forced me to sleep. In fact, on Mother's Day, I ended up sleeping 11 hours of the day during the day away. So my wife basically did Mother's Day. So we had planned everything out, but she ended up doing it. And I feel like I was a horrible husband and father because of it. But um, I was going to post last Wednesday with some stuff I had. Moment where it was like I was getting out working in my yard, and I wasn't able to get as much done as I used to. I spent over the course of 3 days, I spent 6 hours in my yard, and I only got accomplished what used to take me 1 hour to do. And it was extremely frustrating and extremely disheartening that, I mean, and not just because of my brain injury, but I have scoliosis in my back and I have a bad hip, and I can't do things like I used to be able to do or as quickly. I could take care of my whole yard in a matter of a couple hours, and what took me 6 hours spread over 3 days, I barely got done what I would have done in in like 15, 20 minutes. And it was just, it's heartening. And then my wife were talking last Wednesday about how I'm my biggest critic, and I demand and expect so much stuff from me that I'm not taking into account that I'm not the old me. I'm not ever going to be the old me again, and I need to stop comparing myself to myself. And we were talking about, she had seen something on another YouTube channel about how it was talking about, ta-da, I did this today or did that today. And it was making me think about how, I'm trying to take my life 15 minutes at a time. And at the end of the day, to evaluate myself on the things that I accomplished and not the things I didn't accomplish. Unless I just completely screwed up and I didn't do anything and, just chose not to do anything. There's a difference between not being able to accomplish something because of your limitations and just not doing them or not even attempting to do them. So we were talking about how we need to look at life on the, just take it 15 minutes at a time and just realize, hey, I didn't accomplish what I used to be able to do, but I got out of bed and I did 15 minutes of work in the yard. Or I did 15 minutes of work around the house. I did, a 15-minute walk. Ta-da! I did something. I just didn't give in to my injuries and illnesses and lay in bed all day. I got out of bed. Ta-da! I actually did something with all 5 of the kids throughout the day, or even just one of them. Ta-da! Now I'm just realizing that probably sounds just as completely irritating, just always doing the ta-da. But and instead of looking at the things that I can no longer do, look at the things that I can still do, even if it's not to the same capacity. And then so I was going to post this video after we had this conversation. Then my daughter hurts her knee. She's been having, my oldest, been having a lot of issues with her ankles and knees and stuff throughout the years, and got a really bad knee injury. And she had X-rays, nothing showed up, and things. And they're like, "All right, we'll reevaluate her in a week." But yeah, just because that injury happened right when I was about to sit down to do this video that I'm doing now, and I was already tired and exhausted from being up all night and everything else, and I was criticizing myself of how bad I did that spinning plates video, which eventually I'll end up doing a touch-up one because there's a few things I forgot to do in it. Again, this is why I usually go on a script, because I completely had a brain lapse where I was going with my thoughts. But that was the other thing of what my wife said, is this is why I'm doing the channel, is it's not that I'm trying to have the perfect script and not make any mistakes or anything like that, which part of me wishes I could be that way and just have the, spectacular special effects and, phenomenal speaker and everything. But my wife and then a few others were reminding me that I was doing this for me and to put my perspective out there. And if I try to be somebody I'm not, then I'm not putting that, I'm not doing what I set out to do. But yeah, so we been working on, getting this stuff squared away and everything. And I just was like, you know what? I can't keep putting this off. And so I will be putting out my Mother's Day video that I ended up not being able to do because I slept all day on last Sunday. I will put that one out on Sunday, as well as I will do another one, because my goal was to do one inspirational video a week on Sunday, and then 1 or 2 other videos a week, something about dealing with my TBI and brain injury, which is what I just said. And now part of me wants to hit the stop button and just completely scrap this and start over. And I'm not going to do that. I told myself this one was going to be unscripted and was going to be me. And I really hope it is getting across the point that I want. But so yeah, I'll do that. As well as I'm going to on Sunday is the birthday of my 4-year-old son, who was actually born at home, and it was quite the experience, but it was also quite the spiritual and inspirational experience. And I have some insights I would like to share with that. So those are the two videos that are coming out on Sunday. I will make sure, no matter what, next week sometime I will get a either Minecraft, Star Wars, something out there other than the inspirational and the TBI stuff. Just something a little more fun and um, but also this week, one of the things that was making me think that I'm accomplishing that I wanted to, I got this really awesome gift. A couple dog tags, and one of them, this one says "The Air Misfit," and I thought that was really cool that somebody went out and made that for me, and it showed that I really do have a lot more support than um, I like to think that I have, and um, we all do. Anyone who has dealt with any hardships in life and battled depression or major illness or injuries, whether it be you or your loved ones, um, we might not always like to see it or we might not always recognize it, but we all have our cheering section. The last couple of weeks, as I've been doing this, I've realized that my cheering section is a lot larger than I ever thought it was. And just this one tag right there with the air misfed on it was just realized that, this was, I can't even put into words. Um, but then on the other dog tag, it says, I got this. Not I got, not the GOT, but GOD. And make me think. And there was a nice little message that goes along with it, which um, and stuff. But it was just reminding me of everything that I've gone through in my life, uh, which has not been an easy life. Some of the stuff I brought on myself, and other stuff has been because of others exercising their agency um, and impacting me negatively. Um, we are never alone. God is always with us. We have loved ones, even if we don't think we do, even if we've been estranged from him and haven't talked to him, there's always someone who's secretly cheering us on, whether we know it or not. And I know a lot of times, and I'll even get in the habit of it, and I'll say, "Oh, I got this on, look at what I've accomplished," and which is good because I mean, to be fooling yourself to say that everything was God is discrediting the work and effort that you put in it. But also to say that everything is you is ignoring the fact that without him there cheering us on and helping us, which is also part of my message on Sunday, um, is we're never alone. We always have someone there cheering us on and being and wanting us to succeed. Um, I'm not the same man I was a year ago after my TBI. I'm not the same man I was when I married my wife. I'm not the same man I was when I earned my Eagle Scout award. I'm not. Life changes us, and whether we like it or not. And one of the things I've been struggling with is not wanting to move on because I don't I don't want the next bad thing to happen. It seemed like every time I moved on, the next bad thing happened. But as I've been working with my therapist, and he was telling me about how the bad thing's going to happen whether we're ready for it or not. The good things are going to happen whether we're ready for it or not. So why not try to be the best person possible, your best self, to deal with the good and the bad? Um, Things aren't going to happen overnight, and it will be a struggle. It won't be easy. Um, all things are possible. Um, and I thank you for bearing with me. And this has been just over 15 minutes. I did not mean for my 15-minute ta-da video to go this long, but thank you all for your love and support, and for being there for me, and for being there for each other. And said, like it or lump it, whatever. I'm definitely going to be keeping at this, and I look forward to what we can accomplish together and grow together. Um, Thank you again. This is the Air Misfit wishing you well and signing off.